My name is Tessa Udvarhelyi, and in this video I will introduce to you the Office of Community Participation in the 8th District of Budapest. Our office was created in 2020 and it was the first government unit in the country specifically dedicated to community participation. We are a very small office with a very big task. We work in a district that is full of contradictions. Our district has the highest number of residents living in poverty and the most housing units without bathrooms. But it is also the most diverse place in the city in terms of language, culture and ethnicity. In some parts it is highly segregated. At the same time, it is also one of the most socially mixed places in Budapest. It has an amazingly vibrant history and present of social activism, while election participation rates are the lowest in probably the whole city. Our mission as an office is to change the relationship between the local government and the residents of the district. We are trying to put the right to the city into practice in a country that is becoming more and more authoritarian and where the central government is constantly taking away powers, money and other resources from local municipalities. We are facing deep political apathy, while polarization is also fierce among those who are still politically active. The legacy of slow, inefficient and closed governments is very strong. Local governments in Hungary tend to be more about administration than about actual local governance. And this is no different in our district. When we started our work in 2020, we realized that before we could engage in any real community participation, we had to change the way local government officials see and interact with local residents. We realized that we had to infuse our municipality with client-friendly attitudes and also develop practices that focus on the needs of residents and not on the needs of bureaucrats. We became the resident advocates inside the municipality building. We questioned the complicated and opaque language used in official municipal communications and started to translate this into everyday Hungarian. We created a modern and easy-to-use website for the municipality. While 10% of local residents in our district are from abroad, there was hardly any information available in English. So with the help of a dedicated group of volunteers, we also created an English language section for the website. We also noticed the painful lack of proper customer relations in the municipality, so we created a toll-free 311 line, enhanced the use of an application where residents can report public space issues, set up an online system for making appointments at the municipality, created an anonymous platform for whistleblowers, and also introduced the quality assurance system for residential inquiries. And finally, after a lot of pushing, pulling and renovations, we will be able to open our brand new customer service center in May 2023, where we will be able to help local residents in a comfortable environment with friendly and trained staff. Of course, to you, this may sound like routine municipal operations, but for us, it was not at all given, and we had to fight hard for all of this. We know that this is just the beginning. Creating a client-friendly municipality is the bare minimum, but we need it as a strong foundation to create a participatory municipality. With small steps, much perseverance, many arguments, and a lot of relationship building, we managed to introduce practices and platforms that allow local residents to have a say in the things that affect their everyday lives. In addition to the obligatory and often over-politicized and over-bureaucratized public hearings, every year we organize a community hearing in each of the 11 neighborhoods of our district. This is the time when those in power, both politicians and administrative staff, go directly to residents to listen to them instead of the other way around. We have also achieved that the municipality now conducts a community consultation every time there is a major intervention into public spaces, be it the renovation of a playground, the reorganization of traffic, or the redesign of a public square. In this way, thousands of residents have already had their say in the transformation of our district's common spaces. Our aim is to transform local governance and turn it into a collaboration between elected representatives, local officials and the people who live here. Our most in-depth process so far is participatory budgeting. Launched for the first time in 2022, now we are in the second year of participatory budgeting. It's been a really intensive learning process for all of us. In this process, local residents are empowered to propose ideas about how to spend one part of the municipality's budget, take part in working groups to screen these ideas, and then all of them get to vote on which ideas to implement. While today this process only affects a small part of the municipal budget, it's a very important milestone in giving people the power back over our common resources and the development of our district. This is not the only way we are opening up the municipality to create meaningful collaborations with local residents. We have started and adopted a public space program and also a small grants program for local informal communities to strengthen their neighborhoods. We work with local dog owners to clean up our streets together. We run a monthly roundtable discussion initiated by the local tenants community to improve the way the municipality manages its own housing, and we also organize regular community forums in public housing to understand the needs of social housing residents. It feels like we have been in non-stop crisis management since 2020. First it was COVID, then it was the refugee crisis due to the war in Ukraine, and then came the energy crisis. While all of these crises came with a lot of pain, frustration and difficulty, we managed to tackle them relatively well with an open and community-based approach and with the help of many volunteers. We experienced firsthand that working with local residents and communities as partners is key to a resilient city. Despite the great political apathy and polarization that we experience in our district, in all of these crisis situations we were able to mobilize and organize local residents to help each other and to create strong social safety nets. Fortunately, the direct involvement of volunteers, mutual help and solidarity were not lost with the passing of these crisis periods, and they still play a key role in all of our activities. We are at the very beginning of a long journey to transform local governments in Hungary. We believe that with perseverance, innovation, creativity, and most importantly, by never giving up on the residents of the 8th district, we can turn this small corner of Hungary into a place where local government is not mutually exclusive with community and where people who live here have the real power to determine our common future.